They're flawed. They're morally ambiguous. They're not heroes, but we love them anyway. Characters like Tony Montana, Walter White, and Deadpool have captured our imagination. They commit crimes, bend rules, and sometimes wreak havoc, but we find ourselves rooting for them. Why is that? What is it about these complex, morally gray characters that keeps us coming back for more? First, let's define what we mean by antihero. Unlike the traditional hero, think Superman, who embodies virtue and selflessness, antiheroes are morally flawed. They might do the right thing but often for the wrong reasons or vice versa. They may pursue selfish goals, make questionable decisions, and sometimes even cross the line into outright villainy. Think Walter White, who starts as a struggling teacher but becomes a ruthless drug lord. Or Tony Montana, whose hunger for power leads him down a dark path. These characters live in the gray area between good and evil. One reason we love antiheroes is because they're relatable. Unlike traditional heroes who seem perfect and unattainable, antiheroes reflect the flaws and struggles of real people. Walter White's desperation to provide for his family mirrors the economic struggles many face. Deadpool, beneath his humor and bravado, hides insecurities about his disfigurement and mortality. These characters feel human, and their imperfections remind us of our own.
Say hello to my little friend!
Antiheroes also captivate us because they challenge our sense of morality. Their actions force us to ask difficult questions. Is it okay to break bad if it's for a good cause? Would I make the same choices under similar circumstances? These moral dilemmas keep us hooked. We may not agree with Tony Montana's violent rise to power, but we can understand his hunger to escape poverty. It's this tension between understanding and condemnation that makes antiheroes so fascinating. Antiheroes often live out fantasies we can't in real life. They break rules, seize power, and pursue their desires without fear of consequence. Tony Montana's rise to wealth and power, though destructive, fulfills a dream of ultimate control. Walter White's transformation from meek teacher to feared kingpin is thrilling to watch. And Deadpool's irreverence, his ability to mock everyone, including himself, lets us escape the constraints of politeness and morality. Deadpool adds a unique layer to the antihero archetype: humor. His constant jokes, even in dire situations, make him accessible and entertaining. But this humor also acts as a shield, masking deeper vulnerabilities like his fear of rejection or death. This mix of levity and humanity sets him apart, proving that antiheroes don't have to be brooding or dark to be relatable. Antiheroes also reflect the societies that create them. Tony Montana, rising from nothing to build his empire, reflects the greed and ambition of the 1980s. Walter White, grappling with a broken healthcare system, embodies modern fears about inequality. Antiheroes help us confront societal flaws and explore the consequences of unchecked ambition, desperation, or corruption. But antiheroes aren't just mirrors, they're also cautionary tales. Tony Montana's paranoia and greed destroy him. Walter White loses his family in his pursuit of power. These flaws remind us that moral compromise and unchecked ambition have consequences. Through their failures, we learn the cost of losing our humanity. Antiheroes remind us that morality isn't black and white, it's gray. Life rarely offers clear right or wrong choices, and antiheroes live in that complexity. By rooting for them, we acknowledge that humans are imperfect and morality is subjective. This nuanced view of ethics resonates deeply in a world where absolutes are hard to come by. So why do we keep coming back to antiheroes? Because they entertain us, challenge us, and reflect us. They let us explore our darkest impulses, question our own morals, and experience lives far removed from our own. Antiheroes are fascinating because they're not just characters, they're mirrors of the human condition. Antiheroes are a paradox, flawed yet inspiring, destructive yet relatable. They challenge our sense of right and wrong, while reminding us of our shared humanity. So next time you find yourself rooting for an antihero, ask yourself, what does this say about you? And what does it say about us all?